I'll talk about what I went through as a whole. It's just like in note form, but I'll just tell you that I had many blood tests, cannulas, thumb pricks, observational tests and heart scans. My blood pressure was taken about 3 or 4 times each day and being put to sleep quite a lot. It happened regularly for operations and tests. So 6 months in hospital, from Pendlebury Hospital, and then I had to undergo a move to Manchester Children's Hospital, the new one that got built. So I was involved in that move. I was prone to infection, bruising and uncontrolled serious bleeding because I had a lack of platelets. I missed my friends so much from school, and not a lot of them were allowed to visit at all because I was in isolation, which was like a room where my immune system was non-existent. I could catch cold so easily, and that could have put me in a critical state. I would have been, no, I don't know, it wouldn't have been good. I had a Hickman line fitted through a slit on my neck there, and through the main artery, and that threaded out of by my right armpit here, where I have a scar, and it's like a little lump, and that's where the Hickman line came out, so that they could fit the medicines through from the drips and stuff. It came out of my right arm, like my right armpit area, and that was to just attach drips and machines to send the chemotherapy straight into my bloodstream and other fluids such as antibiotics, plasma, because my cells couldn't repair from cuts. Blood transfusions, I had them quite often because my blood contained bad cells from the leukemia. And the Hickman line was just a tube inserted into a large vein in my heart, also known as a central line, and having a central line means that you don't have to have many painful injections. You can just have it inserted straight through your bloodstream. I lost my hair, all of it, everywhere, my eyebrows, my eyelashes, the lot. I had my hair straightened and washed as much as I could before it began to fall out, because a girl, obviously your hair for a girl is like an important thing, you know, and you have to be, I don't know, you have to just look yourself in the mirror watching it like come out, and obviously it's really upsetting because for a girl it's an important thing. And when I only had a few strands of my hair left, I just had to shave the rest off. I got used to it though. I got used to not having any hair, and you know, it's just one of those things that has to happen really if you want to become better, so you might as well just got shaved off though. I became really ill because the chemotherapy kills good cells as well as bad. I got a short break at the end of each stage of treatment if I was well enough to go home. I lost my immune system completely at every stage because I had no neutrophils to kill off viruses. This meant that it could have been fatal if I caught a single germ from the virus if I had visitors, and that's why I couldn't have all my friends visit. And also I looked extremely ill, and I was afraid that it would worry others more than I was already worried myself, and more than they were already worried. I lost the lining in my throat, my bowels, and my stomach, so that made it hard to eat and hard to go to the toilet as well. I had severe stomach pains, and I was sick an awful lot. I had a lot of rashes, and I got like itchy skin. They had like little rainbow white lines, and you could tell which stage of chemotherapy you was on. So I'd have like where the white bit is under your nail, it'd like go in rainbow shapes, and you could count the stages of treatment because there'd be more than one little rainbow. And yeah, I had French manicures to try and get rid of the lines. I had a bad taste in my mouth, and I could taste like the medicine that I was being given from a line into my arteries, and not many people understood that. It was kind of like like when you have perfume, you can kind of taste it sometimes. Like if you smell it, well, it was kind of like that basically, a very like bitter taste. I went off a lot of foods which normally I would enjoy, and chocolate was the main one. I didn't want chocolate at all. And at the time, 2 years ago, it was Easter, and I couldn't eat any of the Easter eggs that people had given me, and it made me feel worse just to look at them, knowing that I can't eat them because I was put off them. I had to eat hospital food every day, and believe me, it isn't nice. Not when you have to have it every day. Some people may say, "Oh, but hospital food is quite nice." It's not. It's not. I miss my normal life and my bed and my home, just the little things that matter. I miss school and all the things that I would have done anything for. I had very little privacy as well, because I had to have one parent sleep in my room if I was lucky to have my own room. In the first hospital, I was sometimes just on the ward with the rest of the children lined up. I had my parent with me every night. My parents had to drive up and from Manchester, from Blackpool to Manchester and back to Blackpool and stuff like that, and it a lot in petrol. They did that for me every day, and I had to take so many tablets and medicines orally as well, like maybe a maximum of 14 tablets a day, big tablets and small tablets. I was woken up each night at least twice from observationals, such as medicines and blood pressure. I was lethargic each day, and I tried to create my exercise by just walking to the toilet, even if I was attached to my machine. Go to the toilet, try and walk down the ward as much as I could. It made myself feel a bit better by doing that. Obviously not a lot, but it was the most I could do. I had CT scans to check my organs if they were still healthy, and I had lumbar puncture tests, which was where a needle is inserted to extract a sample of the fluid that surrounds your spine from your back, and the fluid is tested to determine whether leukemia has reached your nervous system or not. I'd suffered terrible headaches and dizziness. I felt faint so many times. I got horrific ulcers in my mouth because the lining had been killed off, and I had them all on my tongue, on the inside of the roof of my mouth. I couldn't eat. Just imagine that you have one little, if you burnt your mouth and you have one little lump on your tongue like a taste bud, and it really does hurt. I had them everywhere, and it was so hard to eat because the line had been taken off, and at one point I couldn't eat for days, and I was just fed through a machine which supplied me nutrients and ran into my blood through my Hickman line. I was limited in freedom as I couldn't leave the hospital at all, unless they said that I could when I was well enough, and I had nothing to do there, and it felt like heaven on the days of free fresh air. But severe risen temperatures was also another thing that I had to go through, and it could cause me uncontrollable shaking, so I just lay on the bed hot. I was boiling hot, but I was shivering so much. I was shivering violently for a long time until a blood transfusion or antibiotics calmed me down. I had agony everywhere. All of my muscles were killing me, and my immunity from infections such as chickenpox and all the other injections that I had when I was younger, they'd just been completely wiped away. So I had to have them all again. I have actually just finished having them now, April 2011. I've just finished them really. I had to have them all again. Each time I went to the toilet in hospital, I had to go and do whatever I needed to do in a tray, and it had to be examined. So therefore there was a lot of embarrassment, but that eventually became a routine for me, and I got used to it. And when you go through that type of stuff and you get checked certain areas of your body, which it is quite obviously embarrassing, but you become so much more of a strong person, and it makes you just think, well, I've got to get better, so what the hell, I'll just, you become such a more confident person. I was sick blood. One point I was sick so much, I just eventually had nothing left, and I was just, my urine went different colours according to the colour of the chemotherapy, so like a bright orange, like a pinky colour, like a blue colour. It was just all sorts of different colours, and I had a few lessons from hospital teachers if I was feeling well enough, because I was missing 6 months of school, so it's quite a lot, half a year of school just gone. So I tried my best when I was well enough, when I felt well enough myself to try and do that. When my treatment was finished, I had an operation, and surgeons, I was put to sleep, and surgeons took my Hickman line out. I was put to sleep for a spell, so I didn't feel it. But yeah, and that it just makes me cringe. I had to work so hard when I returned back to school, but I did catch up. I worked so hard to try and, because obviously I was going into year 11 and I was already kind of in year 11, so I did have to catch up because it's a very important year. I lost a large amount of weight, and I had to be monitored all the time. Basically, a lot happened, and nobody will really understand fully unless they were in my shoes, or they have it themselves. but I did get a lot from it. I did learn a lot. I had home tuition for a while, and I had nurses come to my house to wash out with syringes my hickman line before that got removed, in case it caused infection, as it can easily collect bacteria. And after everything was okay, then that was when I had it removed. But I did have good things, so I did get positives from it. I made friends in hospital. I was in the Manchester newspaper and on BBC News, and I got to meet a couple of celebrities, and I did Anna Help the FA Cup, and I gained a laptop for a well-deserved gift after my treatment as well, which I'm using right now. I was entered for a charity trip to Florida, which I was allowed to go to, and I had the time of my life on that. Destination Florida, it was just amazing. I met some incredible people and made so many memories. I learned to always smile, laugh and stay strong even at the toughest of times, and I learned how much of a fighter people can actually be when faced with a serious situation, especially life-threatening. I'm so happy that I was given the all clear in August 2009, and since then everything has been looking good. I have had nearly all of my immunisations all over again, so things are looking good. I still go for regular checkups, and at the moment I have been having a couple of heart scans as well, because they did find a small hole in my heart, and the doctors aren't sure if it's because of the chemotherapy. However, I may need an operation just to seal the hole, but I'm sure it will be fine. Infertility is another problem as well, and that's one of the side effects from having chemotherapy. When I got told about that, I was nearly heartbroken, but however I have been told that I should still be able to have children in the future, and hopefully that will still remain when I'm in the future when I decide I might want children. And also I will have checkups for the rest of my life. However, as long as I'm healthy, that's all that matters to me. I have to be careful without getting bruises, as the slightest harm to my skin can cause serious bruising and it can be dangerous. And I haven't been able to do much in PE at school either, because people, the doctors thought I might overexert myself. But really, I should be getting back to my normal fitness level now. So when I go to college, I'm going to try and do some more sports and stuff to get myself back in. Because if I didn't do exercise for over half a year, really, so it is a long time, so all my muscles were weak and stuff, and I could easily pass out. I still and always will have scars from my journey, such as a little line on my neck which you won't be able to see, and the little lump by my armpit where the hickman line came out, that'll probably last me as well. Thankfully, I didn't have a bone marrow transplant, as the cancer didn't spread as rapidly. However, the friend I did make in hospital, she did have to have one, and a lot of people do have to have this. I'd like to thank all the people who support me through such a difficult time. They just kept me going. I'd like to just say, stay strong, stay positive, and keep smiling. If any of you want to share experiences or anything like that, or inbox me anything, I will reply to you. Just subscribe, comment, rate, the usual. Just share your experiences, and I'll look at them and reply to them, because I'm sure there's loads of people out there that have been through the same as me, or even more than me, and others that have family members that are going through it now, or have been through it and surviving, or lost the battle. Either way, you might want to just talk about it. Up to you. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed listening to me going on, but I thought it was important to just share my experience like this, because a few people may want to listen to it. So anyway, peace out.